Assalamualaikum and very good morning. My group member and I will present our project product life cycle, which is bicycle. Introduction. An environmental effect is described as any environmental change, bad or beneficial, resulting from a facility's operation. All commodities and service is involved using natural resources that damage the environment and are all prone to harming the ecosystem. Product will influence the climates during stage of their life cycles, such as development, usage, and disposal. During the early stage of product development, another way of ensuring that a product incorporates all environmental sustainability values is to apply design for environment, which is DFE concept and approach. Bicycle is the product that we have chosen for this project. We choose the product since it is composed of 15 components and incorporate aluminum, carbon, and titanium alloys. This product must be developed using design for environment, DFE concept and approach throughout the product's early design phase. Aim and objective this project. The aim is the project purpose is to do a comprehensive assessment life cycle of a manufactured good to use design for environment, DFE concept and technique. The objective of our project is to conduct a comparative analysis of the life cycle of a produced bicycle. Second, to analyze all the bicycle's environmental consequences and make consideration to identify areas that can be improved in order to increase its environmental sustainability. To consider all the environmental impact as well as to indicate areas of the bicycle that can be redesigned to improve its environmental sustainability. The scope of our project is to establish a product environmental impact and how to mitigate it, as well as to apply design for environment, DFE, from the perspective of product life cycle research. Second, sketch and describe process of sketching the product life cycle, complete the web eco design activity, and detail how we will complete it and receive the result.
Hi everyone. For literature review section will be explained by me. For the first one is bicycle and sustainability. A bicycle is already a sustainable mode of transportation that uses no fuel and emits no pollution other than the carbon dioxide created by our bodies. Despite that, the fact that bicycle can appeal to a more environmentally conscious audience, the production procedure for bicycle have remained rather archaic, revealing significant inefficiencies when compared to modern manufacturing trends. This statement is from Arvelo Rodriguez 2019. We can see the bicycle part starting from frame, saddle area, front set, which include handlebar, grip, head tube, fork, and the wheel and pedal, chain rings, and rear brakes. This is all the common things in the bicycle part. Analyzing environmental impact and the initiative of the bicycle industry. Students from Duke University in North Carolina conducted a study on the cycling company named Specialized, in which they assessed the environmental impact of the cycling industry. The study reveals the various resources required to make the frames and forks for their bicycles. So there are two types of forks frame, which is aluminum frame and carbon frame. So according to this study, two elements are required to develop more sustainable bicycle frame: a material that requires fewer resources to work with, and a manufacturing technique that consumes less energy and produce less CO2. So design for manufacturing and assembly. According to Boothroyd et al. 2010, design for manufacture or DFM refers to the design of the collection of parts that will constitute the product after assembly for ease of manufacture, whereas design for assembly or DFA refers to the design of the product for ease of assembly. As a result, design for production and assembly DFMA is the result of combining DFA and DFM. There are few important things to think about when it comes to DFM. First is planning, second one is materials, third process, and lastly is standards. So the four things have to consider before we plan to do DFM. In this slide, I will explain about designing for sustainable bicycle manufacturing. Xavier and Arvelo 2019 conducted a study to develop a design which focused on decreasing the amount of resources required to manufacture a typical bicycle. They have found several ways in designing bicycle to fulfill the need for more efficient production, which is additive manufacturing, the use of renewable materials, and the generative design process. According to their study, creating a bicycle frame that combines two distinct goals, such as manufacturability and sustainability, to create a new type of product that embodies the best of both worlds. With this design, we can see how a product that we previously thought couldn't be changed may be redefined. Design for environment, DFE is a discipline of product design approach that encompasses tools, methodologies, and principles to assist designers in reducing environmental effect, because the decisions that have the biggest environmental impact are taken at the conceptual and embodiment design stages. It is critical to build concurrent design tools that can integrate DFE principles at this stage, resulting in more significant environmental improvement. This is from Telemco ETAL 2008. Life cycle analysis. So, LCA is a method for assessing the environmental impacts of processes and products over the course of their entire life cycle. Sustainabiity ETL 2003. The assessment covers a product's process or system whole life cycle, including raw material extraction and processing, manufacture, shipping and distribution, as well as usage, reuse, maintenance, recycling, and final disposal. And it is from Council ETL 1993. According to International Standard Organization 1997, the ISO 14040 based LCA methodology has 4 separate analytical steps. First is defining the purpose and scope, establishing the life cycle inventory, analyzing the impact, and lastly interpreting the results.
Hello, I'm UTeM who will present about the finding result. In this project, our main target product is about robot. As the picture shown, the robot totally consists of 15 parts. There is totally of aluminum component, which is handlebar, stem, body frame, brake caliper, rims, spokes, cranks, freewheels, chains, and hubs. Besides, 3 parts of polymer component, which is pedals, bar and plug saddles, and 2 parts of elastomer, which is tires and brake pads. Product life cycle. As the picture shown, the original of product life cycle is many of landfill for disposing the waste. This might give the pollution to the environment, which is result in non-sustainability. Hence, our target is to make it sustainability by using recycle or remanufacture for decreasing the waste. Just as shown of this picture, it is an ideal product life cycle. Eco indicator. Before checking of eco indicator, we need to identify the process and material used for manufacture the robot. For aluminum component manufacture process, there is hydroforming, milling, welding, bending, and also extrusion process. The aluminum used is A066, which is recyclable. For polymer component manufacture process, there is only injection molding. The polymer used are PVC and nylon, which is non-recyclable. With this kind of material and process, we have gained the final eco indicator value, which is negative 1776.45. This negative value means a good indicator shown. This is because there is 85% of aluminum material used in the production to produce a robot. Hence, there is less pollution. But for better eco indicator value is negative 2191.7 after we have made some changes for redesign, which is changing the pedal material from nylon to aluminum, changing the bar and plug PVC material to have recyclable properties, and changing the saddle material from nylon to material which is natural. That is called leather.
Methodology of the project. Classification of material and process involved. The analysis method of the life cycle of a production is divided into several phases, which is the production phase, distribution, the use and disposal phase. Selection of material that are environment friendly, such as renewable source material, recyclable material, and low impact material. Select safe manufacturing process which reduce the impact to the environment. Friendly by choose the local supplier for the supply material, it can reduce the transport requirement. Product life cycle. The main goal of eco-design is to anticipate and minimize negative environmental impacts. The eco-design process may begin with a sketch and progress to an experimental drawing. An assembly sketch is frequently used to start a product. This drawing can be used to make additional drawing of interior component and detail. When the ideas appear to be worthwhile, the sketch can be advanced to formal details and assembly plan. Eco-design web. The eco-design web used to identify the key area on which designer must stay focused. These are each displayed in the diagram and directly visible the improvement that can be reached with a new design. It works by comparing the 7 design areas that identify the output as very good as well as very bad. The form sheet indicate which area require the most attention, where designer should concentrate on improving the highlight area. Eco indicator 99. The eco used to calculate the environmental assessment by calculate the eco indicator value for material and processes. The higher the indicator, the greater the environmental impact. The result of echo indicators separated in three sections, which is the production, use or application, and also disposal. Step to be followed to ensure a correct application of echo indicator is first step, establish the purpose of echo indicator equation. Second step, define the life cycle. Third step, quantify material and processes. Next, fill in the form. Lastly, interpret the result.
The life cycle thinking, there are two situations, before redesign and after redesign. The difference is the process, the end of life, and material, nylon and leather. The similarity is material aluminum, PVC, rubber, number of components 15, and same design. Comparison echo indicator 99 is before design. We use the hazardous material, PVC, nylon, and rubber. Use the lifespan process entry, and then use the material process like injection molding, forming, and others. And then the data we deliver to the echo indicator based on material and process. And then the value is negative 1776.45. And then after the design, we use more sustainable product and natural material, which benefit the environmental protection. And then apply engineering analysis and minimize the material and redesign it. And apply the rubber and recyclable PVC and leather aluminum for new product design. And then the value is negative 2191.7, which is less more than early design. This is produced, the design is more sustained to the environmental and the user.